Ay, magandang araw sa inyong lahat, especially sa ating mga long-time subscribers, sa ating mga supporters, sa mga followers natin sa Facebook. Magandang araw. And of course, if this is the first time that you watch my video, and I think it's for a good reason, there's always a way for faith to find a way for you, no? Baka there's a need for you to have this information, who knows, no? And nag-appear itong video natin sa inyong newsfeed, sa inyong recommended by Facebook, by YouTube algorithm, and for some reason nakarating sa inyo to, and I'm happy for you. It's a good thing, and I hope you learned something from our discussion today. What we will be discussing is the question ng ating isang subscriber asking na kung pwede ba ma-terminate isang empleyado dahil sa credit issue. But before that, shout out muna natin ang ating mga subscribers and followers. Ipopost natin dito kasi marami na yan, ano? And hindi natin maisa-isa, but then again, I'm very, very thankful to all of you guys who are supporting our channel and being with us all this time. And of course, may mga YouTube rules tayo. Cut video muna para ipasok natin ang YouTube rules dito. Alright, welcome back to our discussion sa topic na kung pwede ba ma-terminate ang isang empleyado dahil sa isang credit issue. It's again a topic that came from the question of our subscriber sa ating YouTube channel, na ipopost din natin dito yung kanyang exact question. But the essence ng kanyang tanong ay pwede bang matanggal dahil sa credit issue ang isang empleyado. Now, hindi lang clear sa kanyang tanong kung anong credit issue ang kanyang sinasabi. Kasi pag sinabi mong credit issue, it could mean so many things depending on the situation. So, we'll take the context ng kanyang tanong na lang, and yun ang sasagutin natin, no? Depende sa context. Alright. Ano ang possible context na titingnan natin dito? I can only see two possible context clues na pwede nating tutukan in discussing yung kanyang question. The first context is credit, na as in siguro may utang ito, no? Credit, no? So titingnan natin sa ganun yung question na if the employee has utang, a lot of utang, maraming naniningil sa office, pwede ba siyang tanggalin sa trabaho? Another thing is credit issue. Ibig sabihin parang credit na may low rating siya, no? Although hindi common sa Pilipinas yung mga tao na nagkakaroon ng credit rating, let's take it at that value, kasi baka mamaya itong ating subscriber na nagtanong is in an industry or company na very important in credit rating, like sa mga financing company, mga bangko, ganyan. So titingnan natin sa ganong points itong kanyang question para masagot na natin, no? Although kung nakikinig ka, yung subscriber natin, please comment down in this video para malaman natin kung anong ibig sabihin sa credit issue. But for purposes na malinawan agad natin yan, we will assume those context clues na binigay natin or na binanggit natin. Now, the first rule na kailangan natin maintindihan in resolving yung question ito is ano ba yung rule pagdating sa pagtanggal sa trabaho. Again, as we said, the labor code under Article 287 states that the employer may terminate the services of an employee, letter A, for serious misconduct or willful disobedience, letter B, for gross and habitual neglect of duty, letter C, for fraud or willful breach of trust by the employee of those of the trust reposed in him by the employer, and letter D, commission of a crime or offense against the employer or any member of his family or representative. And E, yung pinaka-blanket provision na sabi ng Department Order ng DOLE, dapat meron nakasulat sa mga company policies yung analogous cost to those mentioned. No? Alright, so ang tanong kung ang credit issue ba ay mabibilang mo doon sa mga grounds na pwedeng tanggalin ang empleyado or just cause under Article 297. Specifically, kung mamimiloso po tayo, wala doon sa binanggit natin yung credit issue, di ba? Hindi siya ground for dismissal. But then again, I have to tell you na ang batas natin ay hindi lang naman, hindi yan pang pilosopo, no? Ang batas natin, especially sa pagtanggal sa empleyado, ay napakalawak na, napaka-rich. Ika nga ng jurisprudence. You read that so many decisions of the Supreme Court, may mga grounds for dismissal na not specifically found under Article 297, but these are grounds duly recognized by the court in some of its decisions or in many decisions na pwede natin magiging basis. No? Alright, so ang credit issue ba doon sa pinanggit natin, saan ba siya magfo-fall? No? Una, ang credit issue pwede yung pumasok under serious misconduct. No? In what sense siya papasok under serious misconduct? Kasi halimbawa, no, ang empleyado sa kanyang industry, nasa bangko siya ay may standard yung bangko na dapat pag empleyado ka, halimbawa ang credit rating mo ay ganito, wala kang mga bad loans, blah 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 blah, no? So we're talking about credit rating, credit issue, credit worthiness of an individual, ito nga, no? And then nagpirma kayo ng kontrata na sabi mo i-uphold mo yung ganong credit rating, and then meron kayong company policy specifically requiring certain rating para sa isang empleyado sa bangko, sa financing company, financing institution, to make sure that you keep those credit ratings at least at the minimum and higher for you to be able to maintain yung viability mo to be employed by the company under such industry. So yung mga ganun, ano. And then yung credit naman issue na yung may utang ka, halimbawa the employer nauumay na yung HR kakasagot doon sa mga taong naniningil sa'yo, sinisingil ka ng utang sa labas, etc. No? And you know, kung yun ang pag-uusapan natin, I don't think that will fall within any of those grounds for dismissal under the labor code. You know why? Kasi ang utang mo from outside is a personal matter to you, no? Halimbawa, ikaw, employer mo si X, tas may utang ka kay A. Si A wala namang kinalaman dun sa kumpanya, di ba? So it's your personal life, personal decision, personal problem na walang kinalaman ng kumpanya dun. So the company cannot use that as evidence or as ground for dismissal para sa iyo, no? Kasi hindi naman papasok sa just cause yan, ano? Dahil pag mga just cause, usually related yan sa work mo, no? Especially yung mga serious misconduct, it should be willful, it should be must relate to the duty of the employee, and it must reflect that the employee is not anymore fit to continue working for the employer. Yung mga ganon. So in short, related sa trabaho. Now if we talk about utang sa outside third party, walang kinalaman sa kumpanya, then that is not a proper ground for dismissal from work. So halimbawa, ang empleyado talagang lubog sa utang, yan ang magagawa, yan ang kinalaman ng company dyan. Kahit sabihin na natin na ang sinasahod nyo ngayon ay pambayad sa utang in the future. So yung tawag natin dyan, people who are living on borrowed time, di ba? So alam naman natin na sasabog ang kanilang sitwasyon in the future because of so many loans, but then again, the employer has nothing to do with that. Labas na sila dun. Hindi na pwedeng gamitin yan para ground for dismissal of the employee, you know? Now again, relevant lang yan ang mga ganon kung halimbawa sa industry si employee na very important in credit worthiness and meron silang kontrata, meron silang policy written na nakalagay na dapat i-maintain ng employee a certain credit rating. But other than that, yung utang, walang kinalaman, yung credit, walang kinalaman yan sa trabaho ng empleyado, no, sa kanyang, so he cannot be terminated under just cause under Article 297 simply because lubog siya sa utang. So guys, I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope you found this information very useful, and if you do, you may share this with your friends, your colleagues, your family members, or any individual, any person who you think would benefit from this information that we share. Again, from the bottom of my heart, always I always thank you for supporting this channel and also for watching the videos. Thank you very much. God bless, and see you in my next video.